Energy. Energy runs our world. It powers our homes, our offices, our institutions. It runs our devices, our vehicles. It lights up our cities. As essential as all these activities are, we need to change the way we use and generate energy. And we need to find more sustainable models that reduce our dependence on fossil fuels. In India, solar energy is the obvious alternative. What indigenous technology can power this shift to solar? How will solar power reach citizens all over our country? How will we scale up the system enough to be truly self-sufficient? India needs energy to power its growth, its economy. And we need to find sustainable ways of doing this. Right now, we are hugely dependent on fossil fuels. 32% of our imports are mineral-based fuels, including coal, crude oil and petroleum products. India is one of the countries that ratified the historic Paris Agreement of 2015, which aims to reduce emissions. So we have been working to come up with ways to generate clean energy indigenously. This will help conserve rapidly dwindling resources of fossil fuels, clean our polluted skies, and push us on our drive to self-sufficiency. With an average of 300 sunny days a year, India is ideally suited to use solar energy as a way forward. Solar energy provides a clean and viable replacement for conventional sources of energy, which is why India has an ambitious solar mission. This was launched in 2010 by the then Prime Minister Manmohan Singh. It aims to emerge as a world leader in this arena. We have set tangible target, the generation of 20,000 megawatts by 2022, and we are moving towards this. At the heart of any move to solar is the solar photovoltaic cell that can transform sunlight into usable electricity. India started a solar photovoltaic program in the 70s. Research was propelled with three main objectives: to create indigenous research on solar cell materials, to promote the development of production and manufacturing capabilities for the SPV module, and to push measures for the installation of SPV electricity. Organizations like Central Electronics Limited or CEL have played a big role in pushing India's solar agenda using homegrown scientific knowledge.
The objective of this PSU was to take up the technologies developed in the national organization and developed it further to bring it to TRL level 7 and commercialize.
CEL is the pioneer in the field of solar photovoltaics, with many firsts to its credit. India's first solar cell in 1977, India's first solar panel in 1978, and India's first solar power plant in 1992. Let's start off with exploring the photovoltaic solar cell. This cell captures sunlight and turns it into electricity. The active part of the cell is a semiconducting material, usually silicon. The cell has three layers. The top layer has silicon and phosphorus, which has more electrons than silicon. The bottom layer has boron, which has one less electron than silicon. When the sun's light falls on the cells, electrons in the middle layer are knocked loose. These electrons move upwards to the end layer that favors collection of electrons. The space created by the electron becomes a positive charge and migrates to the p layer. When a wire is connected to this cell, the electrons start to move, creating a current. A solar cell can generate electricity enough to light a bulb, but to power a house or a building, a solar panel or module is required. Let's see how the assembly of the solar module happens at CEL. The solar cell needs to be layered to protect it. The topmost layer is a special toughened glass which allows maximum sunlight to transmit through it. This glass is cleaned first before the layering starts. A polymer called EVA, ethylene vinyl acetate, which in the form of a sheet is placed over the cleaned glass. This sheet melts and seals the solar cells and also protects it from water and dirt. The solar cells are placed on top. This is done by the help of a machine that connects the positive of one solar cell to the negative of another. Once this is done, another EVA sheet is placed on the solar cell matrix, along with the protective back sheet. This looks like an ordinary paper sheet, but it is a specialized 3-layered material. At this time, an RFID, radio frequency identification module, which has a small chip, is also placed. This is useful while testing the module. The solar matrix is then tested for cracks using an EL, electroluminescence tester machine, since they are not visible to the human eye. The matrix is then laminated. This is done at a temperature of 140 degrees centigrade for 20 to 25 minutes. All the layers then laminated into a single substrate. All the air between the layers is removed at this point. This is a crucial process that extends the lifespan of the module. The module is then framed using aluminium frames and sealed with silicon sealant. The panels are then connected using a junction box.
All the solar cells are connected, which forms a cell matrix. And if you connect it and you take the current outside, you can generate and give that power to a particular load. Now, because a solar module is supposed to work for an average life of 25 years, so you need to protect that solar cell matrix. So how do we do it? That is why this complete procedure is there.
To make sure the solar panels are working effectively, they are tested using a sun simulator.
The whole of industry will be testing the module at these conditions only, so that we can do a fair comparison of modules within the industry.
In fact, a large part of the power needs of the entire CEL campus is generated using solar energy.
When we thought, since we are showing the path of solar use, so why not within our campus all facilities are displayed. So based on all the application within the country, we have total 1.3 megawatt power generation capacity within the campus, and 40 to 60% power are generated from the solar itself, and it is a huge saving. And based on that, our generator, that carbon consumption becoming slowly zero, and over and above whatever power we exceed after our use, we give it to grid.
The solar technology created by CEL has been used across the country to power homes, offices and institutions. They have come up with innovative solutions to use solar energy to power bus stops and railway stations. A recent innovation is the development of a crystalline flexible solar panel that is lighter than normal panels. These can be used on train coaches, enabling them to tap into solar power. This has been tested on a passenger train. CEL is further working on the development of a range of new products for signaling and telecommunication in the railway sector. Like CEL, there are many other players, both in the public and private sector, who have pushed our scientific boundaries to develop solutions to push our solar agenda forward. This research and knowledge forms the foundation to India's ambitious solar dreams. But would this technology percolate across our nation to reach homes, offices and institutions, to truly help us shift to a greener, more sustainable power? Our solar mission makes it clear that a big part of the change needs to happen through rooftop solar projects. But is this happening at a large enough scale? Is solar technology reaching enough people? Keep watching to see how science can propel our rooftop solar revolution.
India Science Channel was launched in the year 2019 by the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. The internet-based dedicated science web channel is being implemented and managed by Vigyan Prasar, committed towards science communication. The channel features science documentaries, discussions on current topics, interviews and different programs covering the entire landscape of science and technology to make science popular among the masses.
India Science is a flagship project of Vigyan Prasar. And over a year and a half, we have produced more than 1,200 videos of different sizes, lengths, and are from different genre and for different domains for the people of the country. We've taken, we have spoken, we've gotten, we've dived deep into the realms of different domains of science and technology, and we have gotten news, stories, films, videos in almost every format that you can think of. OTT, for that matter, is a great platform that helps anybody to look for any news, any item, any video, any documentary at any point in time. All you need to do is to subscribe a channel for it.
One can also download India Science mobile app from Google Play Store or Apple Store to view this channel.
In the ambitious targets set by our solar mission, a large percentage of our solar power needs to be generated from rooftop solar projects. Rooftop solar has clear benefits. It can reduce dependence on regular power supply. It provides huge cost saving and has a positive environmental impact. In an effort to increase access to solar power, the economics of this sector have hugely improved in India. The sharp decline in the installation cost of the solar photovoltaic systems in the country has been a significant reason that has pushed up the solar power capacities. There is also a generous subsidy under central and state government schemes for rooftop solar. Substantial tax benefits for project developers and solar energy producers have also been provided. A further incentive is the Assured Power Purchase Agreement, by which the electricity generated from solar rooftop could be entirely fed into the grid. Despite this, rooftop solar in India is not growing at the rate that we hoped. One reason could be consumer reluctance to switch. Numerous companies mushroomed across the nation who tried to help consumers make this switch. Many created new solutions that would further incentivize the Indian consumer to opt for rooftop solar. One such company is Pune-based Zetric, which has a vision to develop intelligent, sustainable solar solutions by using technology. Their focus was not just large commercial customers, but smaller consumers who have little access to renewable energy options. Zetric's goal was to install custom energy solutions for each customer. To do this, they would install their energy intelligence platform at the location. This collected data from the location for 2 to 6 weeks. Based on this data, the company would design and customize the energy solution for that location before installation. However, many consumers labored under the misconception that once you install a solar plant, it requires no maintenance. And if maintained properly, a solar plant's life can be for about 25 years. But for many users, there were frequent breakdown issues after a year of usage. And so, Zetric has invested in smart technology that reduces the time required for collecting the information to manage maintenance better.
We realized that we need a strong software which will assist our operation and maintenance team so they can do their job better and customer get a better service from us. We decided to invest in artificial intelligence which will assist our operation and maintenance team in guiding which plants need to be looked at.
The use of artificial intelligence has helped optimize the system more. Individual customers have applications installed in their phones through which they can monitor the effectiveness of their panels. This information is fed into what the company calls an energy intelligence platform, a system of energy management tailored for individual consumers. This platform also enables the company to predict mechanical and hardware problems ahead of time so they can be fixed promptly, further optimizing customer solutions.
So for us, artificial intelligence is used to identifying a pattern and to identify is there any anomaly that solar plant is generating less than the optimum generation, which can take a lot of time for human to do it. Software does very fast for her and very efficiently for us.
One of the barriers to adopting solar in India is the performance risk in the mind of the consumer. With technology like this that optimizes performance and simplifies maintenance, the shift to solar will become easier.
Zetric has installed the rooftop solar panels on my house, and they have customized it based on my energy needs, my requirements. So they have analyzed the usage and then they've installed the customized solutions that they have made for me. And with the maintenance also, they are using AI based, machine learning based solutions. So whatever issues come up, they get notified about it earlier, and then they notify it, they message me, they inform me, and then they come to my house and they repair it.
This could play a role in pushing our solar mission, improving our economy, and reducing our dependence on fossil fuels that are usually imported. But with a nation like India, change can only truly happen if this kind of energy can reach communities outside our cities, in our villages. Are innovative solar energy solutions reaching rural India? Keep watching to find out.
India Science Channel was launched in the year 2019 by the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. The internet-based dedicated science web channel is being implemented and managed by Vigyan Prasar, committed towards science communication. The channel features science documentaries, discussions on current topics, interviews, and different programs covering the entire landscape of science and technology to make science popular among the masses.
India Science is a flagship project of Vigyan Prasar, and over a year and a half we have produced more than 1,200 videos of different sizes, lengths, and are from different genre and for different domains for the people of the country. We've taken, we have spoken, we've gotten, we've dived deep into the realms of different domains of science and technology, and we have gotten news, stories, films, videos in almost every format that you can think of. OTT, for that matter, is a great platform that helps anybody to look for any news, any item, any video, any documentary at any point in time. All you need to do is to subscribe a channel for it.
One can also download India Science mobile app from Google Play Store or Apple Store to view this channel.
Like most other nations, India is working out a blueprint to move to a greener, more sustainable energy options. We have explored how we have the scientific expertise to attain our solar mission, but are all our efforts concentrated on urban India? With over 60% of our population in rural India and dreams of 100% power reaching our villages, could solar energy provide an inclusive and sustainable solution? One scientist who was fired up to find a solution for this issue was Professor Chetan Solanki of IIT Mumbai. Professor Solanki's mission was to light up homes across the nation using solar energy. He linked his vision to the idea of Swaraj, which meant self-reliance. He felt each community would generate and consume energy locally. He decided a first step was to provide solar lamps for rural households.
As I told, our idea is to provide solar lamps to millions of students and run this as a right to light project. And this right should be achieved immediately, not 5 years later, 10 years later. Therefore, we were working with the various local communities to give them training and assembly and supply.
The program was called SOLS, Solar Urja, through localization for sustainability, and the idea was to light up remote hamlets of our country. Like the little town of Dungarpur, about 100 kilometers away from Udaipur in Rajasthan. How could solar power light up a city like this? With a population less than 50,000, would the community find the resources to take charge and create a model of self-sufficiency?
We've had a meeting with the women there in the Rajasthan, and I was really surprised that the women were really sitting with a ghungat and they wanted to learn a solar lamp, and we had a really question whether they are interested, whether they will be able to go to the community and sell it, because we are not going to give them free, and their very positive response, they wanted to do something.
And so hundreds of tribal women in Dungarpur were trained on how to manufacture solar cells. A company was started, Dungarpur Renewable Energy Technologies Private Limited, or Durga Energy, fully operated and owned by these women, with IIT Bombay as the knowledge and technology partner. The company made solar cells and various solar modules for their own use and to sell. Rukmani Devi is the CEO of the Durga Energy.
In rural areas, they face lots of difficulties. People cannot go out in the dark. Children cannot study. How can we provide electricity to these people? How will the children in rural areas get educated?
The women build and manufacture solar cells here. Various components needed are sourced from different parts of India. The process of manufacturing starts with the testing of different parameters of solar cells in terms of its power, voltage, current and overall efficiency. Next, the cells are cut with the help of laser depending on how many watts of electricity it generates. Then the cells are joined together by a special machine. The cells are then coated with a special polymer, which is a material that has good radiation transmission and has low degradability to sunlight. The cells are joined and bound by a tape. Then at the quality check station, voltage and current is checked. Here, the electric bulb acts as an artificial source of light as a replacement to the sun energy. The quality guideline is checked as per the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy or MNRE norms. It then goes to the lamination station. Here, the solar modules are kept. The machine is fully automatic. It closes down for 15 minutes 40 seconds. This is the time it takes for lamination. 140-degree temperature is there. Then the cell is tested for final efficiency in terms of its power, electricity, tolerance, voltage and current.
In the beginning, they made 40 panels, then 80, and now they are able to make 2000 panels per day.
Besides manufacturing the solar panels, the women also build solar lamps. This combines a light-emitting diode LED with high-performance crystalline silicon solar panel. The unit is highly efficient. It only draws 0.5 watts and delivers 150 lux. The lamp has a battery backup of minimum 5 hours on high-intensity mode and 8 hours on low-intensity mode. The lamp is corrosion-resistant and lightweight. The assembly process ranges from simple operations such as screwing in the covers to the skilled operation of soldering lead wires to the PCB or printed circuit board. The assembly process also involves intermediate testing of sub-assemblies. The solar panels created by the women runs the entire building. The solar energy powers their rooms, their computers. They use no electricity from the grid.
We are women who make roti. We didn't know this technical work. These are the best women in the world. They work with their heart. Main thing is, we have become engineers without being educated.
This enterprise has lit up the community. The women are economically empowered through the activity. The children have access to light when they study.
We have heard of Atmanirbhar Bharat, but were not aware of it. When we did it practically, then only we understood the true meaning of being Atmanirbhar.
The solar energy is powering the homes of many marginalized families in this region who have never had access to electricity.
They could manage to assemble and sell around 40,000 solar lamps. And what we demonstrated with the Dungarpur model that yes, the communities can be self-sufficient, and if they can be self-sufficient, then they can actually grow and sustain.
Ideas like this, where rural communities learn to be self-sustaining, become models that can be replicated across the country. It combines social development, women's empowerment and indigenous technology to create a blueprint for real change, a real movement towards the light. But India still needs to go a long way to meet all renewable energy goals. We will need to find a way to store energy and innovations to increase efficiency and ensure that we manage timelines and costs. We have made huge strides in the area of solar energy, but we need to stay on track to truly be self-sufficient in our energy needs, to be not just Atmanirbhar but a global leader in this field.